Alright, we have the showdown now of the other remaining S plus tier characters, which are Loud and Loud and Speedy. So, yeah, we'll have the showdown here. Now, in both cases, I don't think there's one objectively correct weapon in either of them. I think for Speedy, so you get 30% speed, you get a melee damage for every 2% speed you have. So you already saw the gigantic 15 flat melee damage, minus 100 armor when standing still, which may as well just read not anything because I'm never going to stand still. And then a measly minus 3 armor. It's basically all positive, gigantically positive. So, Jousting Lance, I kind of lean toward as being the best, but I'll be honest, Shuriken gives it a run for its money. And I think the thing with Shuriken is I think there's less of a chance to die, even if the top end isn't as high. So I think I'm going to do Shuriken. Also because I think I could do maybe a Shuriken Loud run just to have some consistency, because obviously Jousting Lance Loud wouldn't really make sense. So we'll do Shurikens here. And really the idea with the Shurikens is that it's just a very good weapon. And I'll have an easy way to scale its melee damage. The thing about Shuriken is it starts out not the greatest, but that doesn't really matter because it's still like pretty good at the start. And it's one of those weapons that as you increase the tier, just everything gets better about it. We could get some armor here just to replenish some of our lost armor. Take that for sure. And then just, we could do that too. Just look for some shurikens. Since I only have 2, I'll roll one more time. There we go. But yeah, I mean, I say that they're bad at the start. They're not bad at the start. It's just like, if I were to... The most obvious comparison for Shuriken to make is comparing it against Slingshot. And I think Slingshots do start out better than Shurikens, but once you compare them at tier 4, it's night and day that Shuriken is better than Slingshot. You're getting so much more damage out of it. And also just more... it's more damage straight out, but also the massive... it's over 150% faster than the Slingshot. So, like... it's just proccing way more often and taking out way more enemies. We would prefer speed to melee damage. I think I'll actually take the harvesting here, just since it's so early. Could take a thief dagger. I think we just go all in on the shuriken, so we'll roll everything down here just because it can be hard to find them. And it's just a relatively safe run with shurikens. Like, we may not kill elites. Like, with Jousting Lance, we for sure kill elites. But, there are some elites that could be annoying. Like, maybe a butcher could be annoying, or, I don't know. Not really, but Croc, I guess. I'll be so fast that I can just run away from Croc in either case. Alright, we definitely take that. We want that speed. Speed is good. Take some HP here. Over melee damage? I don't know. Take speed. Every time we see speed, we take it. Take this. Take that. And none of these. We don't want anything that reduces speed. There's basically nothing that reduces speed that'll be worth it, off the top of my head. Maybe there's some tier 4 items that I'm forgetting that most likely won't be relevant. Not that mutation would ever make sense here anyway, but if it did make sense, it wouldn't make sense because it reduces speed. And you can see, like, we're not suffering early on at all. And it'll only get better as we get our shurikens upgraded. But that's why it is so important to roll all of your rolls in those first 2 shops, because it's just going to make it easier to upgrade them. Like armor, for example. Like I wouldn't even take that armor one for free, probably. Terrified Onion, that we definitely take. If I cared about luck, I'd take the Shitty Potion, but I don't. Claw Tree is okay. Get some crit chance. Nothing there. Oh, and I didn't really say which character I expected to come out ahead. I expect Speedy to come out ahead in this one. I feel like Speedy will feel pretty much unstoppable the whole way through. Whereas I think Loud can have some rough fights if I don't, like... If I can't deal with the massive amount of enemies. There will be some fights that just will be potentially tough. Some elites particularly. But you never know. We've been proven wrong tons on this excursion. Alright, 7% crit chance. I mean, if I get a tier 3 versus a 1 tier speed, I'll take that. Alright, Gecko will take, replenish a little bit of our range. We definitely, Ugly Tooth, for example, is something I might take on a lot of characters. I wouldn't take it here. Not even worth it for me to lose the speed. Alright, we get a final shuriken here. Bag also. I don't even want to lose 1% speed. Alright, get an upgrade in the shuriken. Now, even with 1 tier difference, we start to see it. It's like, I start to scale 34% melee. I get 4 damage, base damage increase. The crit chance goes up a little bit. The cooldown goes down a little bit. The range stays the same, but the bounce goes to double. That's a pretty big upgrade. We could take that. Roll one more time. Too bad the scissors was the tier 3 there. We could take that. We still want to make sure that sometimes I will accidentally run into stuff, because I am me. And I do those type of things. And I don't want to die. Take some armor there. Don't really need regen. Take the melee damage. Take the expensive HP increase there. Take the speed increase. Definitely take that. Now metal might be worth it. It's not going to be very hard for me to have a whole lot of crit. But this does give me some speed and just generally a bunch of items, or a bunch of stuff that I want. And you know, not to mention it's early, so it's cheaper and feels less of a waste of materials. Less wasteful, I should say. It's never really a waste to buy it, it just feels overpriced. This is theoretically a pretty easy fight for us. We can cover the map so fast, and we bounce our targets, so like, these eggs don't have a very high chance of living. That's why we take the HP. And this is another weird one. When I see people rank Speedy low or struggle with it, I scratch my head. Like, this is a character that, even from the first time I played it, never felt tough. It's another one where I'm like, how can some people rank like fishermen above this character? That blows my literal mind. Take. Guess we could take that. take and take. We're melting tanks already. We'll see, though, the Horned Warrior is more of the litmus test. Those tanks, I guess, aren't necessarily that beefy. On a weak build, they'll feel beefy. Yeah, Horned Warrior still takes a bit to take out. But on wave 8, doesn't that pretty much always the case? He's still dying pretty fast. Not to mention I have, like, 32 health and a ton of speed. Like, I feel pretty unstoppable already. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm thinking Doctor might have a... There was a point when I did an early tier list, I had Speedy ranked #1 overall, and I'm kind of feeling it here. We'll see how the late game feels. It's been a long time since I played Speedy. Alright, 6% speed, sign me up. I'll take that. Do I take another one of these scars? I think so, and honestly we could take this. It's fine. You know, we bounce, but when we don't bounce, it will still pierce, and even when I do bounce, the final bounce will pierce. It's worth giving up some damage for, I think. Especially into wave 9. I mean, why not? Like, what else was I going to do with my money there? Yeah, this feels super easy. I think the thing I like about Shuriken is it's good at everything. Like, it kills single targets, it kills AoE. It facilitates utility things like Tentacle and Hunting Trophy. It's just like one of the best weapons in the game. And it's to the point where it's like, you know, I always say this in card games or games like this, like when somebody ranks something high, I can't necessarily give a strong disagreement because obviously something's working for them, but when someone ranks something low, and I know for a fact that it's good, then I can say that they're wrong, basically. Or at least, like, they're wrong if they try to say something's objectively bad. Like, I like to qualify things a lot of times saying it's bad for me. Like, I keep bashing Fisherman, but there is, like, I'll admit that I guess for some people he can be good, but, like, for me, it's flabbergasting to think that he's good, you know, with my playstyle. But I guess if you're just, like, so much of a god at dealing with those lampreys, like, he'll probably feel pretty good because he'll just do gigantic amounts of damage, and that can be fun for you. But I just don't know how you get there. I don't know how you get to that point. I think I just was not born with the hand-eye coordination for that. Now, I don't know about 6% speed versus 10% attack speed. Like, we're still a little bit low on attack speed. I wouldn't mind getting some more attack speed here. HP or crit chance. Our crit chance is already pretty good. But I think I will take this. Darn, I get offered it immediately. See, what is our chance is 78 already. I think we're okay to take this. We took the attack speed so we can lose a little bit just to gain some health and damage for cheap. Take that. We can take bait. Alright, range is going down, but I definitely take this. And I definitely take that. I don't want blood donation. I could probably... I don't know, I don't have any sustain, so I probably couldn't take it. Alright, mark down yet another non-engineering improved tools run, but I'm definitely taking it at that price. I figured I'd probably take a hit to the lampreys. They still took quite a lot of hits to take down, but they're lampreys. I mean, even on fishermen, they sometimes take a lot of hits if you don't go crazy on the baits. But yeah, back to my earlier point, I see some people try to say that Shuriken is just like bad, or that it's like worse than Slingshot. And I'm just like, nah, that's... Maybe they're bad for you, but the statement they're bad is objectively wrong. They're so fucking good. Like, just mathematically they work out to be better than Slingshot, by the way. If you factor in that you're upgrading them to Tier 4, or even Tier 3. Because, like I said, at Tier 4, they're a little bit over 150% as fast. They scale better because they're going to scale at 50% melee, which is better than 80% ranged. Keep in mind, melee flat is literally twice as easy to find as ranged. Almost across the board, it's always going to be 2 melee damage for every 1 range damage. So, there's that going on. Let's replenish our range a little bit. I foresee us just losing it a lot. Percent here is fine. I think we can do better, though. Maybe some armor, yeah. Alright, we take that, upgrade that. Heavy bullets does not really make sense. Even though it's in my mind that we're melee damage, it is kind of, every now and then I see range damage, and I'm like, oh, I'm ranged. No, I'm not. I'm actually melee. Alright. At a 114, could I take... Since we're facing an elite, I think I will. Alright, Butcher. Don't think he'll be too hard. I'll just run circles around him. And he'll be my conduit for... Okay, we don't have any sustain. Let's be a little bit careful here. Alright, the luck got us there. We got no thing. And like I said, Butcher I think is the toughest Elite 11 for Speedy, but it's still fine. We're actually so fast that even the giant pattern is pretty dodgeable. Fuck. I should just not talk ever. Yeah, this pattern's much more dodgeable. I don't think he can even put it in a pattern that could match our speed. Or maybe it could. Alright, we get through it. Worst elite for us, but that's fine. We get that. It's worth it. Get some armor. Take. Now we have at least a little bit of sustain. Take. I could maybe take Alien Worm considering I'm going to have so little luck. But I do have extra tree. I'm going to take it. Not much more for me to do this turn. As I've moved further and further away from luck into the depths of going into negative luck, I suppose like Alien Worm is not that bad for my builds. This wave certainly feels easy. And I'd just like to point out, like, I'm at negative 24 luck, which isn't gigantic, but... Okay, there's the set... I haven't paid 100% attention, but I will say that was the second time I noticed a tree not getting a plant. The way you can think of that is, if I had a positive 24 luck, out of all the plants I've seen here, at least with the trees, only 2 extra would I have gotten. If that makes sense. So it's like, you know, people say, oh, get luck, and it'll be a form of sustain. It's like, not really. Like, it's a very mild buff to your sustain, especially when you factor in you're giving up other actual sustain stats or damage stats or utility stats to get it. I think we can take this. Lifesteal is sustain. I'll take that. I think I'll take the range here. Take the crit chance here. We don't need much more crit, though. Oop. Especially, yeah, like our tier 3 is critting 81%. Take that. Sniper gun, no. Scar, yes. Alien Baby, I think, yes. And they're not going to be faster than me. Oh, look at that. I don't know that I need Rip and Tear. I mean, I have Piercing already. I think I won't take Rip and Tear. Plus I lose 12 harvesting for what that's worth. So it costs a bunch. I think I just won't take it. Gotta say, I still feel pretty powerful on this run. I will say, I think wave 11 Butcher would probably have been easier on Doctor. I will say that, but I also think it wasn't necessarily that hard for me to beat Butcher with this guy. I did take like that one double hit there, but other than that, it wasn't like that hard of a fight. When you factor in, like, similar to Wave 11 Croc, like, Wave 11 Butcher can just be pretty hard. It isn't always hard, but it can be hard. Maybe I should have took a Rip and Tear. I don't know. I will say maybe I should have, but... well, we don't need it now. We definitely don't need it now. Yikes. Is this even worth being free? It's pretty bad. I don't even think it's worth being free. That's how bad it is. I like a bunch of range, I think. Especially with the enemies being faster. Oop. And you can, you know, we can just really quickly show the difference, even at the stats I'm at right now. So Tier 1 is doing 35, Tier 2 does 78, so it's actually like over double the damage, on top of having 10% more crit, being quite a bit faster, and then the biggest thing here, obviously, is that it bounces 4 times instead of once. So it's outputting a lot more damage. I could lose crit chance for melee damage. I don't think that's worth it at this point. Alright, I'll take that. Alien Worm's probably not worth me like locking in, but I'll take them as they come. Alright, we're taking another hard elite here with Mother, but I don't know that it's going to be that hard for us. Yeah, again, I don't know that it's fast enough to actually do much to me. I will have a tough time killing it, though, because she spawns a shitload of enemies, plus I have the mouse. But, I know, just running circles, not that hard. I could maybe try to be really aggressive and get the kill, it's just not worth it. Now, Rip and Tear here might get me the kill. I think I did make a mistake not taking Rip and Tear, but it's all good. It only really would have been relevant on this particular fight, like the Mother, because there's so many enemies, but you know, I can't remember, I don't think I had mouse at the time either. More attack speed. Alright, upgrade, 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 lock, roll. Don't think I need the sunglasses. We'll be having ×2 materials for the entirety of this fight, because I literally was not allowed to pick any up. I will say though, even though Mother is pretty annoying, like, at least she generates a lot of materials if she lasts the whole round, so it's like, even if you couldn't pick them up, you eventually get to cash in on that. Whereas some other elites, like a Croc, if I can't kill a Croc, it's like, I probably just didn't kill many enemies anyway, because I spent most of the round just trying to survive. Though I think I would have killed Croc with my current build, but just speaking in a general sense about, like, Croc versus Mother, I guess. Alright, alright. I don't mind the sustain that lifesteal gets us. Some dodge is okay, even though I can't rely on it. Sure, sure. this, probably not worth it, honestly. That's always worth it. Going way into minus luck, but I ain't give a fuck. Take that. Lock. Now keep in mind we are speedy, so it probably makes sense that we're getting so many speed items offered. I'm pretty sure we're tagged. We have a tagged shop for that type of stuff. Now with Loud, probably Thief Dagger is actually the best, technically, just because there's so many enemies. I guess I could do that. If I just go Shuriken, I don't think Loud has a chance to even stand to Speedy, so maybe I'll do Thief Dagger with Loud. Take some attack speed. Okay, losing 80 range isn't that devastating on Shurikens, especially when I'm Speedy. So I think we do take that. I will take that. I will take these. Alright, we are just melting them. I don't know why there's... I guess they're just... I don't remember 17 not having, like, any squishies. Maybe I just never noticed it before, but, like... for having a mouse, everything seems eerily empty. Aren't there squishies on this round usually? Here they come. Like, maybe they're just like literally not. They're just dying off screen. Maybe, I don't know. Could be possible. Probably some HP is still fine. This... How did we earn so little money there? So we have an elite. Let's get some more of this. I will lock that, I guess. Alright. So triple elite, which... Okay, this one's obviously... We gotta kill one of them. There's someone that I... Why couldn't you have given me demon earlier? Alright, whatever, I'll take it. That was a pretty quick quill. Pretty quick quill? I guess we're writing with a feather and ink today. With speed. Yeah, I can't tell if mouse is, like, not working or if I am literally killing stuff so fast that I just can't see them come into the screen. I feel like it's the latter. Then again, I don't know. Like... I mean, it looks like a ghost town in here. Nothing can survive. Sure. Okay, like I said, there's probably a tier 4 item that loses speed that I'm forgetting about that I would obviously take. We're going to be doing so much stupid amounts of damage. Attack speed. Armor maybe if I'm going to buy the armor thing. But at this point I just, yeah, whatever. Take that. Wings. Yes, I will take that. Dude, I don't know. This guy might have the highest ceiling, actually. Like, this is wild. And I said, maybe Shuriken is just better than Jousting Lance, too. I mean, I would be doing more outright damage with the Lance at this point, but hard to deny how easy this is. I mean, I literally couldn't die if I wanted to. Like, I could just stand here. Leave my 100 armor here, you know? Like, I can't... They can't survive fast enough for me to even run into them. I'm trying to run into them. Like, I'm running right at them. Right at a Horned Warrior. Like, they can't survive. Like, this has reached to the point of unlosable. Yet I rarely see Speedy ranked in the S tier. Like, that one's like, I guess this is actually the most bonkers thing to me. That nobody ranks him high. Well, it'd be kind of pointless to... It's not really pointless, because like I said, I can cap my speed at 78, however, my power generator still generates damage, and I'm pretty sure my hero power still generates damage, melee damage, but you know what? Just in the spirit of this character, I'm gonna not do that. Alright, one last shop here. Yeah, we can take a little bit of that, lose a little bit of that, that's fine. Just trying to buy whatever here. Alright, this is gonna be really fast. Okay, maybe not as fast as I thought, but they'll die just the same, I guess. Oh shit. Okay, this is going differently than I thought. Fucker. Alright, well, the only time I felt mortal was at the end there. The entire rest of the run I did not. I felt pretty damn immortal. And that's with facing some pretty tough elites on some pretty tough waves to face them on. I gotta be honest, I think A, Loud has a very tough road ahead of it to beat Speedy, but B, I think that this character jumps up to the Doctor tier. And even I could consider that it's maybe better than Doctor if that wave 20 didn't just happen. If I had murdered that wave 20 like I expected to, I think he would have jumped ahead of Doctor, but I will admit, I nearly fucking busted out there. So, granted, I think And I don't know. I don't know why those guys weren't melting. I mean, obviously, there's probably some simple math, but just without being too specific, I figured with a silver bullet and these things doing gigantic amounts of damage with gigantic amounts of attack speed, I had just sort of figured they were going to die fast, but obviously that didn't end up being the case. Still, though, I mean, it was still not that hard. Once I recognized I was taking some damage, I just backed off, and it wasn't really... I wasn't really in danger that much. And, you know, even for a character that doesn't have any built-in economy, I still went 5 rows of items, and just, I don't know. I think overall this character, I think it's better than Farmer. Just slightly. Like, and honestly, Farmer could probably bump into the tier with Doctor as well. After this, we'll take a look and just see how we feel about it. So, real quick, 19, not much healed there. That we didn't have much dodge there, so actually we didn't make much use of Retromation's hoodie. Could have probably done better there. The mouse that never really felt like there was extra enemies because I was killing stuff so fast. Extra experience. 695, not much, not to be... I'm surprised it did any damage, to be honest. And then 437. Alright, now it's on to Loud. So, this is the character I think a lot of people rank as the best in the game. I don't personally, but I still obviously have it in my S+ tier. It's largely all positive. I start with extra damage percent-wise, which doesn't really do much to me at the start, really, to be honest. Percent damage just doesn't come online till later, typically, unless you're starting with a weapon with a lot of base damage. But obviously the 50% extra enemies means 50% extra materials and 50% extra items to a certain degree. And then -3 harvesting doesn't even come close to counteracting the materials that you're getting from 50% enemies. Now, he gets a wide variety of stuff. Now, I mean, you could probably also argue pretty well for Ethereal. Since there's 50% extra enemies, you're getting 50% extra stats. So, definitely the immediate 3 that stand out are Ghost Axe, Ghost Flint, and Thief Dagger. I think that you would just always take Axe over Flint, though. I think Flint is just objectively worse than the Axe, even though they're technically different animation and different stat gained. I think that this weapon just completely eclipses that, and I say that as a swipe hater and a poke lover. I think Ghost Flint's just not on this. But usually what you would do with Loud, I think, is you would flex them together. Try to go 3 and 3. And then obviously Thief Dagger would make sense too, because you're getting extra enemies to kill. Now there's nothing else in the starting group here that that has that aspect going for it, though the other items that might make sense would be like Shredder, or Shuriken, or Slingshot, even like a crossbow to some extent, Shotgun, basically things that have AoE. Because obviously you would want the AoE to deal with them, but melee weapons by nature are AoE, so I think these 3 stand out as the stuff. I'm personally going to go Thief Dagger just because I think there's less risk than Ethereal. I think that Ethereal, that minus to armor can just have you dying, whereas there's really no risk with Thief Dagger, plus I can transition to Shuriken much easier than I can transition out of something like Ethereal. And I don't have to do Shuriken. I can just either stick with Thief Dagger or go to Knife. Those are all viable options. Getting some armor is fine. Sharp bullet only if we knew we were for sure going for, the thing. Kinda donkey do so far, but it's okay. Oh wait, what am I saying? Thief Dagger right there. Almost completely, yeah, not donkey do at all. I have 4 of these, that's great. Which makes my crit better, which makes my money better. Perfect. Could almost argue flexing like 1 scissors in as well, but I don't think so. Might as well just go all Thief Dagger. Unless it throws a Shuriken at me, I would actually take a Shuriken, because like as you can see here, like it's, there's extra enemies, like. But I have to imagine that the monkey's very good because there's extra materials coming down, so that's just more healing, right? That's why I locked the monkey. Harvesting, we're just going to have to live with losing it. Getting more crit is good. Okay. I think we could lock that. I don't need to buy it right now because I do want to like get my weapons locked in. Not going to buy the knife. Okay, Shuriken, like I said, I might take that. Just to get that started. Let's get it started. I'll lock it. I could also sell a dagger right now, but I don't think so. I think what I want to run is 2 Shuriken and 4 dagger for the majority of the early game here. That way I mitigate my danger to just hopefully, not die. And then I'll have Shurikens just showing up in the shops, so it'll be easier to upgrade them. And eventually we could go to 3 and 3. Feels pretty okay so far. Like, I don't feel like it's hard. Can get some better stuff here. Maybe just some armor. I do want some HP, just in case. Then I find that. That's fine. Alright. Now the question is, do I go to 3 and 3 right now? Or do I just start upgrading the shurikens? Garden, I don't... Yeah, we might as well. It's really good. It's a really good item. I was going to be like, I don't know if we need it, but, you know, it's pretty cheap. We have a lot of money anyway. Might as well just take anything that's remotely useful. And you could argue that Garden's quite a bit better than remotely useful. You know, seeing this, I kind of want to go to 3 shurikens. I think that's what I'll do. It's just going to be easier for me to navigate. Like I don't want to get overrun. That's the way I die, is I get overrun. So we'll go to 3. I'll take that. I'll take that. I could take the weird food. Yeah, why not? Ooh, look at that. There we go. And then we'll lock that. Looking good. So we're splitting hairs right now, but I still think that Speedy feels stronger at this point in the game to me, just because, like, you can see right here, like, there are moments that I can just get overwhelmed and I'm getting hurt and there's not much I can do. Like, I'm at the will of just stats, basically, because I can't outrun them. But with Speedy, like, I have no danger whatsoever. I don't think I want them. I don't want that. Take max HP. Take that. Upgrade that. Could maybe argue the wheelbarrow. Just to stop this minus harvesting from... But the nice thing about the minus harvesting is it doesn't, like, gain 8% or whatever. I think we just don't by harvesting. Knife 2. I don't think so. And I don't think we take reduction on crit. Whetstone we can take. Okay. Sorry, 1 second here. Alright. Hopefully I don't die coming back in. There we go. Need to remember I'm not Speedy. I'm allowed to stand still if I need to. I think that garden might end up coming in clutch. Like, we're still like... You know, I don't feel weak by any means. I just do feel a little bit mortal. I don't feel as immortal as Doctor and Speedy at this point. Similar vibes to, like, Farmer, I would say. Like, could die. Likely won't, but could. Alright, let's get some speed. We are, like, in dire need of that. Percent damage. Take. This might qualify as luck being thrown at me. I lose melee damage for it, but I think we should take this. Alright, we have a tier 4 already. Lock those. Don't think I care about Shitty Potion, though. Which is maybe a bit hypocritical. I don't know. My thought is this is just going to help me maybe get some these shurikens online since they're a bit behind right now. And I will need them by wave 9 probably to at least be a tier 2. Tier 3 would be better. Yeah, it's good to see Thief Daggers are generating economy. They really aren't, even at tier 4, they're not going to be enough to take on the massive amount of enemies that are coming my way. So again, I do feel mortal. Yeah, this is not nearly as easy as Speedy was. I mean, I just cover the entire map. I'm like Bill Russell out there, just... Armor. Take. Definitely take that. We're losing the luck, but whatever. Alright, there we go. This is a lot... making me feel a lot better going into... Now, if this character, Ugly Tooth, might make sense. I still don't think it does. I don't think... Okay, this is good. Now we have... Okay, and we got another shuriken here. Might as well upgrade that now. We could dump dodge, but I don't think we want to. There's going to be so many enemies. We're going to want some dodge eventually here. It's also why I didn't take another weird food, considering I have the lemonade already. So we're incentivized to take speed now. Plus we're going to need it if we face early Croc. I didn't see if we were facing an elite or a horde. I'll have to double check that. Kind of wish it was like Monster Train, where at the start of the run it just laid it out for you which waves where you're going to face stuff on and what you were going to face. Like, I don't think it would be a bad thing for the game to know that like Croc is what you're facing, for example. Like, if I could prepare for a specific elite, I think that would be good. It adds more strategy to the game, I feel, than to have to prepare just for like every single possible elite. Like, you just can't prepare for all of them all the time, but if I know exactly the elite I'm facing, that would just add strategy to the game. For me to remember what I'm facing and to actually just face, you know, prepare for them accordingly. Maybe that could be a mod that I can make. Tentacle, obviously we take that. Alright, speed is very good for us now. Melee damage we're a bit behind on, so we'll catch up there. Oh, we got a lot of good stuff here. So it is early elite. But that's fine. I don't think we take sunglasses. That I will take. And that obviously I will take. We'll see how we feel here in Wave 9. There's going to be a lot of enemies, but I think that I'm pretty well poised for it with these upgraded shurikens. I'm surprised this game doesn't allow, when you're using a controller, to like have analog stick sensitivity. You know, that's something that even exists on the first game of, you know, Vampire Survivors, the game that started this genre. And the game is developed in Godot. That would actually be the easiest mod for me to create, would be to make the analog sensitivity work, because I do that in some of the most basic Godot tutorials. They teach you how to do that, so that actually might just be a good someone's probably already done it, but if the off chance someone hasn't done it, I'm going to remind myself to do that. That would be like a mod that people might actually use. Ooh, 20% attack speed, take that. Alien eyes, sure. How much have these made so far? 136 and 309. Not bad. Not bad. Bowler hat. I'm not that much of a fan of bowler hat. You lose... I think you lose... Like, I'm only gaining 95 each... Like, stats. Like, it's just not worth it. And I lose, like, attack... Like it costs me more to buy back that attack and crit than it does for that. I don't even know if this is worth it, but I'm going to do that. I don't want to go down to 2 shurikens, so that's basically what the deal is with that move. Take that. Right, early grinds magical leaf. That's definitely worth it. So by wave 10, starting to feel pretty strong. Though I guess we're still taking hits. We could definitely use piercing. Also, maybe going to 4 shurikens at some point here could make sense. I don't know though, I actually get quite a lot of good AoE out of the daggers, so maybe I just keep it 3 and 3. For free, I'll take it. I will not take that going into wave 11 elite. Hell no. Maybe I should have took the melee damage there, but I'm just worried about survivability, really. Triangle of Power, I don't think. Yeah, I'll take mouse. Pretty good shop so far. Definitely pretty good. I'll take that. Oh, let's see. This time I'm getting the easy guy first. See, this would be just less jarring on the eyes and just more smooth if I could just barely hold the analog stick down so that I could, like, you know, walk with it a little bit better. Okay, that's a bad corner to be in. We killed him. I didn't catch that I killed him. I thought I was going to have to come back for him, but maybe we bounced some shots to him or something. Trying to just pick up the rest of the stuff. I feel both strong and mortal at the moment. I don't want to lose melee. We're high rolling the items here. Take. I could take this. I don't think I will. Take. Yeah, see, I'd rather just have the... Like, everything I just picked up there I wouldn't have been able to get. And I'd rather just have that than to have random benefit like wave 20. I don't think Loud is a character that struggles in wave 20. So wave 12 to wave 13 was usually the threshold for some of these late game characters. It seems to be definitely in effect right now. I would say I felt pretty strong starting wave 10. So I think Loud comes online a little earlier than Demon and Farmer, just in these sample sizes. But that is what I've felt. That's just the general feeling I've felt. I guess we take that. I've got enough HP that I think we take this. And let's get some attack speed. I suppose we could take that. And honestly, we could probably take that too. Alright, Bandana we'll take. That should help. Mouse we'll take. We have so much extra enemies. But that's okay. Okay, definitely we take that then, given the amount of enemies we're facing. Yeah, I mean, I did say Loud had a tough road ahead to beat Speedy, but I've seen nothing that suggests that he beats Speedy, but he's putting up a good fight. He's putting up a good fight. If I just really, like, have no issues from here on out, including Wave 20, Loud may have to also join that the toppest of tiers. We did say we want some dodge, and I think I should. Oh man, that would be pretty feels bad to lose these at this point. I think I'm gonna just take this to a tier 4, and then take the tier 2 here. Don't necessarily want to lose range, but I think those are probably worth. Don't think we need riposte. Okay, I mean, I guess we're just going to go for like crazy amounts of whatever here. I think I take this because I want my range back, and the regen will be nice, and my speed, I don't actually want it to literally be above 28. However, I can still get my my stat gain from it with the power generator by taking speed if I need it. So if I find an item like wings, for example, I'm just going to stay up in this guy's grill. Alright, pretty easy kill of Colossus there. We have now kind of approached that territory of, like, I cannot actually die even if I wanted to. I mean, I'm not dodging anything, I'm running right into everything, like I can't die. I'm just murdering everything. Obviously, we don't want that useless item. I guess I could take this, it's probably not really going to be that useful. Okay, some crit chance, we actually don't have that much crit chance. Maybe we can take all of that. This is still, like, not even worth it. I don't think we take it. Another Alienize, I guess. Take. Could take another one of them as well. Why not? It's a lot of lampreys from one bait. I mean, we have, like... We gotta be close to having double enemies spawned. I mean, I've had how many mouses now and a gentle alien? Like, I've had 2 gentle aliens, so on top of the 50 we already start with, we're at 60. And then how many mouses? 3? We're at 90. We're almost at 100% extra enemies. could try to get there. My guess is the final fight will still be completely a ghost town, assuming the bosses don't just melt in 10 seconds. So we're getting there. 95. 95. Guess we could take that. I guess we could take that. Hey, why not take that, right? Take that. I could get one additional pierce here. I don't think we need it. Don't think we need it. Take that, I guess. Definitely take that. Alright, we have Elite after this. So we faced Demon and Colossus, so we have another 3 Elite fight. At least that is consistent with our Speedy game. And the funny thing is, you know, Masochist, who I originally had as number 1, has felt the worst of all of the S tier I've played. Like, hands down. But again, who knows how much of that was just the fact that I didn't commit to full scissors. I feel like maybe I'll have to play relatively soon a full scissor Masochist run to really get a proper evaluation of him. I love when it just shoots out the alien eyes right at the end. It's like a victory animation. Double insanity, nice. I just don't like the triple insanity. Okay, I think we could do that. 60 range, why not? Why not? Percent damage is going to be quite powerful at this point in the game. Potato thrower. There we do it. We got to it. We got to 100% damage, or 100% enemy increase. Not bad. Maybe I will take the sharp bullet in that case. Plus then I just stopped seeing it. I actually should have bought the engineering book there. It would have been cheaper to just buy it, I think. Okay, now we're at 105. I might as well take this. It's going to give 10% damage even though my speed is capped, and then the 30 range. We have Elite coming up. Wow. Maybe we're tagged with this since we're allowed, but yeah, we're going to be at 110, I guess, percent enemy increase. Get back here. Don't you dare run from me. Kind of overcompensated on the survival end, I think. I think we can probably take some more damage, because we didn't really melt him that fast. I mean, we melted him, but it wasn't fast enough for my liking. I mean, it's no surprise if people put Loud as their top one. I can't disagree with that. I definitely can't disagree with it. I think my 35 lifesteal and 30 HP regen is probably enough. Just Taking a wild guess. Yeah, speed only translates to 9% damage, but that's actually, like, okay. It's better than a tier 2 damage upgrade. Take it. This will probably still make me money. I'll take it. Take that for sure. Damn it, the stupid anvil upgraded the shuriken, didn't it? Oh well. Unfortunately, I got one of each tier, so I can't really buy the tier 1 there. I did say I'm kind of overcompensating on defense. Sure. Sure. Why not? Why not? Oh my gosh. This might be going for a record on enemies. I'm sure somebody's gotten more. I wonder if Loud is a good endless character, because I'm thinking, like, as good as the economy is, and that good economy would persist, unlike something like harvesting. The increased enemies, I wonder if that would be, like, too much at a certain point in endless. I feel like it would. Unless you had, like, just wild amounts of AoE. Which wouldn't be that out of the question. We are, like, way above the HP cap anyway. Just take the 4 lifesteal, sure. Wow. I can't even count it at this point. I can't even count how much it's... The percent increased enemies is... It's got to be close to 150. We'll see by the end. Yet we're still killing stuff so fast. Even with my 3 shurikens having... Like the shurikens, just 3 of them is clearing this map. Yeah, we're unkillable at this point. We can't die. Putting up a strong case. Loud, you're putting up a strong case. 4 armor, sure. Attack speed, yes. Hey, mark it down. Another one of these. More pierce. Why not? Why not? What is our crit chance at? Well over 100. Yeah. So we don't need crit. Another alien eye, sure. And pumpkin to finish it out. So, real quick, what was our damage at? These were at 24k, 26k, 42k. I don't know why this shuriken gets so much preferential treatment. Then yeah, you can see that I could just get rid of the daggers at this point, really. Just 3 shurikens is able to take on... Yeah, that was definitely worth it. So, you know, the 50% increase. And another 50, so we're at 100. And then 45, we're at 195% increased enemies. So unfortunately we didn't get quite to 200. We needed 1 more gentle alien for that. But yeah, 195 and 3 shurikens is basically enough to take them all out. That's, if that doesn't tell you how good shuriken is, I don't know what will. I don't know that it's gonna beat Farmer's record here. Was it Farmer or Doctor that had my record there? Like, they killed him in like 12 seconds. This took 17 seconds. We're splitting hairs, but yeah, obviously that was... Whew. Well, I will say this. Wave 20 definitely easier with Loud than it was with Speedy. This is a tough one for me to call. This is probably the toughest one for me to call a winner on out of all of them that I've done. Like, I don't really know. I know that I'm biased towards Speedy. Like, what I want to do is declare Speedy the winner, and I'm leaning towards that, but, like, I don't know. That was pretty freaking easy. There was just a few rounds early on where I was potentially going to get overwhelmed, but really I wasn't. I don't think I was in significant amounts of danger for me to even say that there was a hard point in this run. And certainly, the end was laughably easy. And I have, what, six rows of items here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 5.5. But still, that's the most, I think, out of the stuff we've played so far. And, like, I don't know. Like, all around, this was pretty strong. I faced easier elites, but I don't think that would have mattered. I think I would have killed any elite just the same. A lot of good items, but I got a lot of good items with all of them. 185 there. That maybe wasn't worth it then. What did this have by the end? 628. Not too bad for how late we got it. 528. Also not too bad. 564. I'm surprised it did any damage. Oh, look at that. I know I had 5 of them, but honestly, that did a lot of damage. Holy crap, 185,000? I didn't expect them to do that much. That's a lot. The early magical leaf was nice. Not that we really needed it, but, you know, I capped my HP, and obviously we didn't really need sustain. But, you know, I'll take it. That also gave me like 75 HP. I mean, I guess most of my HP came from those 2 items. That thing gave me a lot of HP regen. That thing gave me a lot of damage. That thing supposedly healed a lot of damage. I guess I was taking a lot of hits, but, man, 388, that's a lot. We'll see how that compares to the monkey. Oh, where's the monkey? 117, so yeah, the tentacles massively outperformed that. Well, I don't know. I gotta say, Loud did pretty good. How do you judge both those? I mean, both those runs were very strong, but Speedy technically almost died on wave 20. But it was so easy otherwise. And I didn't have to almost die. If I just made the decision from the get-go that I just don't engage them, I would have just not had to, you know, been in that situation. But it's hard to do this one. I'm still like, you know, I'm left wondering what to say here. Oh, I don't have the right screen. Damn it. Oh, I guess I'll keep the music running. There we go. I think we have some shifting around to do. I think that they both go up there. And I think Farmer does. These two remain here, and I think as I go through these, I think some of these will promote to here. But the only ones we lost with were Demon and Masochist, if I am remembering correctly. I'm pretty sure we didn't lose with the other 4. Yeah, I don't think we did. So on that alone, these deserve to be higher. And I don't think we came necessarily close to dying with any of these characters other than Speedy at the end there. Maybe Farmer did if I'm remembering differently, but yeah, I think I still think Doctor is the clear number 1 for me. Here's the thing with Loud. I feel like that was an incredibly high roll run. Well, I think that run beat Speedy. I still don't really put him above Speedy. And honestly, I don't know that I put him above Farmer either. Farmer technically, I think, still has a higher ceiling. You know, like I said, I've had runs with Farmer where I find, like, Crown, for example. I mean, Loud, I found 195% increased enemies. Like, I don't know that that's very typical. So I had gigantic amounts of money, but I still think that you're generally going to win with Loud. So we are really, I think we're splitting hairs with these 3, Speedy, Farmer, and Loud, but going with my overall feeling, I want to say Speedy is the best of those 3 just because I don't think he has any issues with the early game, whereas Loud and Farmer in rare cases could. If I'm like really playing lazily, I could probably die early. I don't think that's the case with Speedy. I guess he could. I guess he could just run into the enemies, but there's nothing about Speedy's early game that should ever be harder. It should always be easier than those other characters. And for that reason, I think I lean towards Speedy, even though I technically did have a harder Wave 20. But I think on Wave 20, I mean, with that much speed, I can just, and the fact that I can obviously clear the map, I can just avoid the bosses if I really wanted to, and I should not have any problem with Wave 20. So with that in my mind, I do put Speedy above them. Even though technically I think that Loud did outperform Speedy here on the one match. So I'm going to declare Loud the winner of the match, but I'm not going to rank him higher on the tier list. For now. So this is where we stand on the top 6 characters for me, which I think there's some characters in here that could have potentially to move into the top 6 and displace some of these others. So we'll see. What should the next episode be? We've already done Engineer and Entrepreneur and Cyborg out of the stuff in here. I really do want to play... I mean, we could just go through in order. I mean, I could put Crazy against Golem. I think they're both somewhat similar in that they have good offense, but have some of their defense gimped. You know, Crazy is not allowed to dodge, really. And Golem is not allowed to sustain. But they both have, like, increased attack powers. So... And then Golem... While Golem doesn't have sustain, he still has survivability. If that makes sense. So, I think those would be a good candidate for the next grudge match. Crazy and Golem. They're also just kind of the unassuming S tiers. Like on paper, they don't seem like S tier characters, but when I play them, they feel S tier. So we'll see how they do it. Even though I have them at the top of S right now, it's hard for me to imagine them entering S+, but we'll see. We'll see. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.